equality, I'm going to say the word again, equality does not exist. It can't exist. I'm going to show you why. Matter of fact, it's a lie. Now let's start out at the other end of equality, equity. Does that exist? Now think about that. Two men do the same job. At the end of the job, both men produced exactly the same amount of work, or produced the same amount of goods, or the same quality of goods. That's equity. It means you line up 100 kids, when they do the race, they race for 100 yards, they all go across the finish line at exactly the same time. That's equity. That's a lie. That doesn't happen. Never. Well, okay, but we can believe in equality. Okay, does equality actually exist? Well, if you would say no because of all of the hierarchies and races and people with different cultural backgrounds, different wants and desires and greed and all this, no, equality doesn't exist, but we are going to bring it about. Okay, that's can you say the word mantra? I hate that word, but that's the chant of the far left. But there are many people on the right, the far right, all over the right, they believe in equality too. Well, everybody's equal. No, they're not. Now, what am I talking about? I'm telling you right now, let's tear this apart. There is no such thing as equality. Now, if you turn on any television set and go to YouTube, if you're looking at it on a big screen or your telephone or whatever, you're going to see video after video after video of just news reports and news commentators interviewing people, and everything is all up. Everybody's all upset about everything being equal. Everybody's equal. We're fighting for it. You take the most staunch conservatives. Oh, we believe in equality. We want equality. And right now, I challenge you to this. Right now, we are experiencing an absolute volcano erupting of people worried about equality. And I'm here to say, okay, it doesn't exist. It cannot exist. There'll never be equality. Now, I'm talking with logic, reason, rational thought, and also the Bible teaches this. So this is really the truth. Now, if nobody can be equal, okay, let's just say, for instance, I'm right. There's absolutely no equality. Nobody's at the same level. Some people are good at this, other people are good at that. They're never going to be the same. There's no equality. So then how do I view society and the way people should interact? Hey, how about the word love? Consideration, compassion, empathy, kindness, okay, meekness, okay? So when you have someone who's not equal with you, now that can go two different ways. We're going to talk about that. How do you treat them? With respect. You look at them and you see something you like and say, well, this person does this and that person does that. I like them both. They're different. And there's nothing wrong with being different. They're not equal. Okay? So here it comes. Okay? I'm going to get really extreme. What about different races? Are races equal? No. Are men and women equal? No. Are women equal with other women? No. Are all white men equal? No. Well, all white men have equal chances to get good jobs because they scratch each other's backs? No. No. There's no equality anywhere. It's all a lie. So why don't you replace that with love and acceptance? Let me give you an example. I knew a guy named Billy Ray Stevens, and him and I hung out. He was on the street in a big city, okay, street guy. And he was a year or two younger than me. He had trouble with drugs, and he'd get away from it, and then he would go back to it. And he was not a Christian, but he was wanting to listen. He was right there. Let me tell you something about him. Was he equal with me? I'm white, and he's black. Now watch this. This is going to get really good. I'm going to show you where we were not equal at all. If you were to ask me about music, let's talk about music, because he had a gift at music. And you'd say to me, we're going to play a song in the key of G. I go in my mind, well, there's G, then you go to C, and then you go to D, and then you go back to G. I know my chords. If somebody said play an A minor chord, I understand what chords are in music. A C chord, an F chord, a D chord, a diminished chord, an augmented chord. I knew scales. I knew all of this. But with Billy, he didn't know one thing about it. You could see musicians get around him and say, hey, we're going to play the song in the key of G. Billy looked at him. He had no idea. Well, hey, go to a C chord. He had none. He couldn't distinguish the difference. He had no knowledge. It was beyond him. But he could pick up a music instrument. And when the music started, I mean a split second, he was right there. He could play anything. Anything. Not only well, but at a recordable, top level, top tier musician capability. He had it. Okay? So, what about that? He's not equal to me because I know all the chords. I'm way ahead of him. But he could outplay everybody by just picking an instrument up and playing the songs. So he's way better. We're not equal that way. He's way better. And then I remember he said, come on, let's go. And I got in a car with him. We went to Mike Zimmerman's house. Now, Zimmerman, we liked Zimmerman. And he got in trouble later in his life, but we liked him. And I'm white, Irish, Billy's black. Okay, he's my black friend. And Zimmerman is a Jew. Okay, so now we got an Irishman, a Jew, and a black man. Sounds like a joke. Now listen, Billy went there and he smiled at me, and we could talk about race without getting all upset because we knew there's no equality. There ain't no equality. Get off of it. Billy said, listen, I'm going to show you why black people are better than white people and Jews. Watch this. So he sat down with Zimmerman. Zimmerman walked in the room and he says, you want to play chess? Nobody can beat Zimmerman. And Billy said, I want to play chess. Now, this is not a Christian thing. I don't believe in betting and gambling or nothing like that. But this is just to show this and illustrate this. Billy said, hey, I'll play you a game of chess for $20. Zimmerman's eyes got big and said, wow, yeah. So he sat down. He's going to take this guy's $20. Nobody can beat him. Well, guess what? Billy won. And it made Zimmerman mad. How in the world could I get beat by a black man? Now, you got to understand, I love black people. Billy beat him 10 games in a row at $20 a game. Took $200 from Zimmerman. Then we left. Billy's just grinning. What I'm trying to get past here is this idea we have to be equal. We don't. Just love people and go, wow, I'm around some person who's really, really got a gift in some area. I've known women who know the Bible inside out, upside down, and know way more. I mean, they can just come right off the top of their head. If I say something, they got all the scripture right there, or I can even shut my mouth. Do they have the same authority in the church as a man? Not according to the Bible. And there's a reason for it. There's a difference between authority and intelligence and wisdom. There's a difference. And they're not equal. You could have an individual, say a man, say 6'4". He just stands there and talks to people, and he is exhibiting authority. Okay? And behind him, he has some advisors, military advisors, advisors on the economy. And he's going to deal with a problem. They go, hey, listen to this. Women advisors. And they say, do this, do that, and tell the people this. And he goes, oh, that sounds good. Yeah, it'll work. And he comes out, because he has authority, everybody pays attention. Not everybody has authority. Authority is given to one person and another, not another. And it's really given to men in leadership positions because of the great connection between war, and I'm against war. I believe in the doctrine of non-resistance throughout history. And who is it that can do the best job of protecting a family? The man can. And a country, or your town. The police department needs big men that can go in and grab some criminal and drag him out. Not some little tiny guy that's overweight blowing a whistle. You know, nobody cares. Nobody is equal. And is that bad? No, it's good. We need people to be good at one thing. Well, here's a person that's just great at plumbing. Okay, that's his gift. Someone else is great at working on cars. I know I'm very mechanical at understanding the workings of cars and different mechanical things. I can look into it and see it very well. Very interesting. My wife is every bit as good at that as I am. She'll be sitting there saying, no, you got it upside down. Turn it around, then put it on there. Oh, okay. You see, everybody has different gifts. And you can't have different gifts if you are equal. The idea of equality ends up becoming ugly. It becomes possessive. It becomes demanding. You will do what I say because we are all going to make everybody equal. If a man wants to be a woman, how dare you say a man is not a woman? We are all equal. Now, ain't that a big lie? The whole thing about equality is a lie. It doesn't exist. Now, okay, I disagree with you. Equality does exist. Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you believe a man can walk out in the front yard of his house, start flapping his arms real fast, and he'll fly away? That's exactly as possible as it is for people to be equal. You can't go fishing with somebody and have equality. He's liable to catch twice as much fish as you do, or the other way around. Nothing ever happens equally. It's a lie. And all you hear in politics, religion, oh, we can't shut the door on the church to LGBTQ perverts because we believe in equality. They'll come in and they'll change. They have no interest. They are demon-possessed people. They don't want to change. Get over the equality business. It does not exist. It cannot exist. But love can, respect can, and honoring other people for their gifts can, and that is biblical truth. Jesus loves everybody and sees them all differently at the same time. God bless you.